The earth, water, life. These are the things that make up planet Earth. And basking in nature's splendor today, we find the birth of a curious new creature, Vacuumous ferox, otherwise known as the Roomba. Today we watch as a mother makes her way to her final resting place, the nesting grounds. Much like the habitual salmon, Roombas perish in the act of giving birth, a true martyrdom completed by the mother in order to preserve the constitution of the species. Having completed its tremendous odyssey, the once voracious Roomba now begins to departure from this life into the next, if you believe that kind of thing. The mother Roomba gathers itself, and with the last of its Herculean strength, it lays its egg. There it is. The end of one life, and the beginning of another.
So, Mike, before we get started, am I looking at the camera, or you, or...
Whichever you'd prefer.
All right, I'll look at you, yeah.
So, why don't you start with telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, me, I'm Paxton Wembley. I'm a veteran of the Second Emu War. I got one emu, about 100% of the casualties. I'm also a wildlife conservationist in my spare time after Her Majesty's service.
How long you been working with them?
I'd say about 20 years or so, professionally, but it's really been my whole life. I mean, my dad and his dad and his dad's dad, you know.
Oh, yes,
we've been waiting.
And on the subject of Roombas, how many Roombas typically find a home?
Well, if I were to say, put it up to a coin toss, because, the survival's a little, interesting, but at 38%.
Weeks after the breeding season, this is the state of affairs we find the nesting grounds to be in. Ravaged by vicious predators, consuming the eggs before they are even yet to hatch. But not all is lost. For amidst the chaos and ravaged battlefield, we find our egg emerge victorious. Thanks to its mother's gracious sacrifice, this egg is one of the lucky few to hatch. Now, guided by pure instinct, the newborn starts its pilgrimage towards a charging cable if it is to have any chance of survival. If it fails in its task, the Roomba will never reach maturity.
Okay, so Paxton Wembley, you're obviously an expert in this matter. How does a Roomba go about finding a suitable home environment?
Well, there's a lot of factors, environmental factors, because think of it like this. When you go to a house, you're looking for security, housing, food, all that sort of stuff, and they're looking for that in an environment, which was great, and they need to have a charging port, which is very essential. It's like how do I put this? It's like a den, a lion den,
Oh, yeah, okay, and if you just tell us, what does a Roomba eat?
A Roomba, it goes around and it eats detritus, it basically the ground remnants, the things that are sitting there and are like, like dust, what dust is there, and a lot of dirt and wrappers and any plastics. It eats plastics, which is a really new thing,
Okay.
And essentially,
That's so. Thank you for your time, Paxton. Thank you.
Excuse me? Do you have a problem, mate? Is there something wrong here?
I'm sorry.
Paxton,
you're just rambling, okay? No, hey, listen. Hey, cut the cameras!
The odds are stacked against this inexperienced Roomba, and it knows it. Its first challenge: crossing the road. A formidable task it must complete. You see Animalis Vehiculis barrel down the road routinely, threatening to crush our intrepid little vacuumus. It makes its first attempt. It looks to the left, then to the right, and off it goes. So far, no sign of Animalis Vehiculis. It makes its move. Sprinting as swiftly as it can, the Roomba rolls for its survival. A natural 20. Assured of its safety now, the Roomba moves at a more leisurely pace. After crossing the road, the Roomba moves with purpose, and it's found its mark. A house that it will spend the rest of its life in. A crucial decision that will have long-lasting consequences if it chose wrong. Thus begins the beginning of a symbiotic relationship. The Roomba eats dust and debris, while the couple will forever wonder why they have a Roomba.
So, we have a Roomba in our house.
Yeah.
I suppose I didn't know that.
I really
just
like
kinda
that.
assumed.
It was like, I mean, it must have been a gift from somebody. It had to have been.
I mean, it had to have been.
It was probably your stepmother's aunt, you know?
Ooh, yes.
I mean, we really don't
Yeah.
like her, if we're going to be honest, but that's a whole nother thing.
A whole other thing.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
About having a Roomba in our house? I mean, they're vicious creatures. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen them on the TV.
have you seen Harry Potter? They're like the Griffin.
Yeah.
In Harry Potter. You know, my Harry Potter house is
I'm a
Slytherin.
Hufflepuff personally, but you know.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Anyways, yeah. So, what?
Now, weeks after the Roomba first entered the home, we watch as it hunts for food and debris to sustain itself. However, not all is well in paradise. You see, our brave friend has a challenger. Vacuumus domesticus. The two beasts battle for their territory fiercely, and the Roomba employs a Tai Chi technique it learned from the owners of the home. Who will come out victorious?
So, Paxton Wembley, tell us a little bit about what's happened in the past week.
Well, a lot happened in the past week. There was, I broke my leg, you know. I was hunting out, you know, looking for all the, you know, that. And I tripped and fell on the rocks out in Perth, looking for the Roombas. So that's why I got me a cane.
Oh, yeah, and how many Roombas did you see?
I saw about 1,300 Roombas. It was a great sighting. It was a great migration. It's because there's a lot of money going into Perth. You know, they can spell the money.
Did you discover anything else while on this sabbatical?
Well, I discovered I should have facial hair. That was a good addition. And my eyesight, you know, I never actually asked the doctors, and they said, you should get glasses, you know?
Oh yes. Do you have any new discoveries about Roombas?
Well, that they are semi-aquatic creatures.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know, that's why I was out in Perth, you know, it's right on the end of Australia.
Hey, Paxton, are you okay? Oh my god.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Don't touch it.
Okay.
You know,
Whoa, hey, listen.
we're gonna go for round 2 then,
I'm not gonna tell anyone, I swear. No one can know about this.
I will. They don't make me a war general for, you know, telling the truth.
What?
After hours of fighting, this is the aftermath of the epic battle between Vacuumus ferox and Vacuumus domesticus. Battered and bruised, the Roomba emerges victorious. Although something has changed with our brave little Roomba, it has reached maturity. It is time for it to lay its egg and lay down its life. The mother Roomba reaches the nesting grounds and, like its own mother, gathers its strength to lay its egg.